Good day, Honors Biology students. Welcome to video lecture episode 13. Today we finished chapter 11, our last lecture in chapter 11. Now last time we were together we talked about some particular characteristics dealing with Down syndrome, and those particular characteristics that we talked about were distinctive facial features, short stature, heart defects, and mental disability. Let's talk just a little bit more information in regards to Down syndrome. In the United States, the frequency of children born with Down syndrome is approximately 1 out of every 800. This frequency increases as the mom ages. In fact, moms that are over the age of 45 have about a 6% risk of having a child with Down syndrome. Now, I just want to briefly mention what I've stated on slide 26, and that is just sex chromosomes in connection with non-disjunction. Non-disjunction can happen both in autosomes, that means body cells, and the sex chromosomes as well. Now let's move on to slide 27 and let's talk about fetal testing to close out chapter 11. If a couple is desiring to get pregnant but suspect they might be carriers for a certain genetic disorder, they can ask to get fetal testing done. Now there are various types, and in fact I have an image both on I believe slides 27 through 29 of the image, which is table 11.5. Look at slide 29 if you want to get a bigger image to see. But let me just continue on. Fetal tests can provide important information to parents and to the physician. All right. Now let's look at slide 29 in particular. Let's just take a quick little look. Let's note the 3 tests that are listed in the table, as well as the benefits and the risks of each. So the 3 tests that are listed are amniocentesis, chorionic villus sampling, and fetal blood sampling. Now let's talk about these one at a time, both the benefit and risk. For amniocentesis, the benefit of it is diagnosis of chromosome abnormalities, diagnosis of other defects. So those are the benefits. The risks that come along with amniocentesis are discomfort for expectant mother, slight risk of infection, and a risk of miscarriage. Now let's move on to the second fetal test, and that's chorionic villus sampling, also known as CVS abbreviated. The benefits of this type of testing are diagnosis of chromosome abnormality, similar to the previous test, as well as diagnosis of certain genetic defects. Now the risks involved with this one are risk of miscarriage, risk of infection, and risk of newborn limb defects. And by limb defects, we're talking about their arms and legs. Now the last fetal test that's listed on table 11.5 is fetal blood sampling. What are the benefits of it? Diagnosis of genetic or chromosome abnormality, check for fetal blood problems and oxygen levels. Medication can be given to the fetus before birth. What are the risks? Risk of bleeding from sample site, risk of infection, amniotic fluid might leak, and risk of fetal death. So as you can see, each of these provides benefits but comes with certain degrees of risks as well. Now let's just talk about one little thing and then we'll close out our discussion and lecture for today. The mother and the fetus need to be closely monitored throughout the tests, that is, any of those fetal testing, to ensure their safety for both the mother as well as the child. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope this lecture has been helpful. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. Reach out and send me emails and messaging. Have a nice day, and I do hope this has been helpful. Take care. Goodbye.